All right, Pisces, beautiful. Beautiful cards this week. So from Lay Vampire, you pulled Eternal Youth, Energy, Newness, and Vitality. And from Chakra Wisdom, you pulled Miracle, which is perfect. Eternal Youth is saying that you're about to be rejuvenated and filled with new energy. You're going to look good. You're going to feel good. Your health is going to be really good. People are going to be attracted to you. It's great. And then with Miracle, one of the things that stuck out to me was the inspiration on this, because if you are, being filled with this new energy and you're attracting people to you, this is really about lighting the way for others. It's about integrity. Now, the inspiration says, do you let someone in or do you pretend not to see them? You cannot shut out pain without shutting out pleasure. Kindness exists to lend magic to integrity. And it is about you lighting the way for others and being that light. But if we're talking about people, there's the question of integrity. Now, as far as the card at a glance, it says, be honest and forthright no matter what. With the energy of the sun, a miracle awaits. You instinctively know what is authentic. Trust this. So, it may be a question of you attracting authentic people. All right, Pisces, here we go. Here's your overall for the week. Oh boy. All right. The Queen of Cups. This being the overall, if we're talking about your energy right now, like I've always said, when it comes to her, I think it's somebody who's very emotionally involved or attached. Now, it could be that you're getting more in tune with your own emotions. Or you could be talking about you dealing with a person, which is possible here. And possibly another water sign. And if you are dealing with a person in your space right now, or a person that you're focused on, either you or them are emotionally attached here, which is possible. But we'll see. Wow, in the past, the Ten of Cups, so happiness, overall happiness, the happily ever after, right? I love the Ten of Cups, I do. But unfortunately, most people don't go back to, thinking about how that feels. We focus too much on the pain. We focus too much on, the bullshit. So when we do have really happy things happen, a lot of times we don't go back and go, you know what, I'm really grateful for that experience. I was really happy then. I want to have more of that. Instead, we focus on the pain. So I always get iffy when it shows up, but it being in the past, there may have been like a lot of happiness as far as, emotionally, and you being a little bit more in tune and wanting to bring this back because of it being the past, or we could be talking about happiness with a person or a family situation. Oh boy. In the present, the Hierophant. So, I get so many different feelings around him, but I feel like this is going to have to do with commitment, especially with the Ten of Cups being above this. Now, for some of you, you may be wanting to have, some stability. Like, I feel like that too. Because when you're talking about the Hierophant, you're talking about doing things in the traditional sense, right? But with Pisces, that's not, that doesn't go hand in hand. You guys are like the Hierophant in reverse. So there may be, something that you're wanting to commit to. Somebody may be wanting a commitment from you, or maybe you're needing a little bit more stability in terms of the people that you're dealing with in the home. But I'm waiting. I'm always waiting to see what's happening here. Future conditions, the Nine of Wands. When I look at this card, this more than any other deck that I've dealt with, this to me looks like somebody who is wanting to protect that Ace of Wands and watching the growth happen. Right? They're not letting anything else in because you got the wands behind them, right? Persistence. I don't so much feel like, You're dealing with another battle here. But, you know, and it could be that you're dealing with somebody who is being persistent, or you're being persistent when it comes to wanting, you know, a better commitment when dealing with family members or people that are around you, or somebody that you're focused on, is what I feel like here. But there's still that defensive, like, type energy, and not really, like, wanting, you know, anything to come through. You know, but because you're looking at the Hierophant, you know, like I said, persistence is what stuck out to me in this one. Woo! Your best path to follow, the Empress. I'm telling you right now, for female Pisces, you look good. You look really good. The Empress. For some of you, it's needing to be more nurturing to yourself and your own emotions and your own desires, is what I feel like here. When you're talking about the Empress, you know, Venus is not just about love, okay, between people. It's about being comfortable, being happy with what you have around you, loving the things that you have, you know, feeling abundant, enjoying the physical senses. You know, it's much more than just love between two people. But I feel like more so needing to be a little bit more open and nurturing, you know, more so than needing to bring something to life. For those of you who are pregnant, congratulations. But I don't think that that's it, because we're looking at, you know, your advice here. Needing to indulge in the abundance that's surrounding you right now, especially emotionally, if you're in a good spot and you feel good. Oh, okay. In your environment, the Knight of Cups. Now, like I said, this is either going to be about you or another person you're focused on, but there is emotional attachment. Somebody may be being persistent here in what they are trying to offer, whether that's you or another person. And with the Hierophant being connected to the Knight of Cups, we're talking about wanting to have, like, a traditional commitment, you know, but it's emotional. I mean, look at the lineup, right? Now, like I said, it's either offers coming through to you or you making offers. But, like, again, the Nine of Wands being persistent. But, you know, with the Empress being the best path to follow, though, like, I feel good. Like, I feel good about this, you know? But why, though? I go back to this and go, well, why is this the energy coming into future conditions? Oh, wow. Your hopes and fears, judgment. Now, ugh. You know, for those of you who've been watching me for a while, you know that judgment throws me off. That one scares me. But that's only because of having to go through the review. Because honestly, I can't think of too many people who would want to relive half the shit they've been through, right? But it's about rebirth. You know, making amends with the past. Hearing your calling, you know, getting the wake-up call. For some of you, something maybe being brought back up. You know, second chances does come up with judgment, though, too. Something that is being brought up in a new way, but not like in a naive way with a page, you know? I think something that you thought was, like, over and done with, maybe coming back through with judgment, or that's what you're hoping for, you know? Resurrecting the past with the Ten of Cups being there, absolutely. I don't necessarily feel like it's a bad thing. But man, you know, like, why, Pisces? Why has it got to be so big? And then coming out, the Six of Pentacles. As far as the clarifiers, when you're talking about the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving, right? And you putting in a lot of effort, being persistent, you know, really wanting to put a lot into this, willing to put in the effort because it has to do with your overall happiness, right? Or it's working really hard to get a better connection with a family member, which is possible. You know, and then you have the mother figure. But with the Five of Swords, ugh, you know, what the fuck? What is that about? I don't like it because I think that with the Hierophant being there and with the Knight of Cups, if you do have something coming through or somebody trying to make an emotional offer to you, I think that there is, you know, a little bit of a worry of being taken advantage of, especially if, you know, you're putting in so much to this. That's what I feel like more so than anything. But with the Star coming out on this, there's a reason why the situation is persisting, and what you're ultimately receiving here is healing. Healing of, you know, issues that would prevent you from actually moving forward here. But again, like, I'm looking at this and I'm looking at your overall happiness and you being abundant and happy and having the things that you want. You know, you're still willing to put in the effort, but there has to be equal give and take, especially if we're talking about something that's being brought back up or a person that's coming back through. Which I'm so tired. I'm so tired of that. And, you know, it's not a Six of Cups type of thing. This is bigger for some of you. But, you know, whatever it is here, I think that this is the issue that's being healed. You know, especially for those of you who felt like you've been taken advantage of before. You know, but it looks okay. I mean, to me, with the Six of Pentacles being there, it's just saying that, all right, I'm willing to put in the hard work, but you better be doing it too, because I don't want to be taken advantage of, but you have the Star. You know, so I don't see it as a bad thing. I mean, there's a reason to be persistent on giving to this, you know, whatever is coming through here. It is a major commitment for some of you. It is major change. But it feels stable between the two of these, you know, and you're in it, like you're invested, you know, and if you're dealing with another person, they are too, you know. And if we're talking about better connections with family members, it looks good with the Star coming out regardless. So, you know, whatever you're dealing with, Pisces, ultimately here, it's about what you and another person are willing to give to continue this overall happiness and abundance. And I mean big time abundance. And it looks great. It's good. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on with your relationships. And I can understand now with Judgment being there and needing to just blast all that shit out, especially in terms of relationships. Okay, for those of you who are single, when you're looking at the Page of Wands with chemistry, it's giving into that. It's giving into that passion. And it's going beyond appearances and going a little bit deeper, or at least trying to. You know, it's just the start here. It's still like newer, but with chemistry being attached to that, it's good. Right? You may be having, you know, a strong attraction to somebody, but this is really about you and this person when you do come together, kind of giving into that, which is great. But, you know, the thing that I will say is with the Page of Wands, right, just make sure that there's follow through. But, you know, if you're single and you're just having a good time, go ahead and give into that, right? Like, I don't see this as a bad thing. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship, healing family issues, the family issue here, as far as the relationship goes, is things getting to like a lazy point. When I look at the Seven of Pentacles, right, the knots here, there's definitely a connection, but look at the card. I mean, it's laziness. I mean, nothing's really happening, you know. I mean, there's a mess all around them, right? Like, it's just, you're getting lazy, and, you know, or somebody else is. And instead of like not dealing with issues, you have to get up and you have to fix the situation, right? But it's not bad because you're still connected. You know, it's just, you're both needing to put in some effort here to get things going, you know? Stop laying around, like, you know, heal whatever needs to be healed. But it's not bad. But Pisces, perfect. It's a perfect reading. I love the way that you come out on this. I feel like you're getting right back to that overall happiness here. And there is definitely going to be healing of whatever is going on with the Five of Swords, whether we're talking about fighting, disagreements, being taken advantage of, whatever it is, it's being healed. And there's going to be hope as far as moving forward here with, the way that you're feeling and your abundance. I mean, like big time here. All right, Pisces. So I do think that this is about you hoping for the past to be brought back to life, so to speak, with Judgment being hopes and fears and looking at the Ten of Cups as your past. And I do think that you get there. Whether we're talking about family issues or we're talking about, somebody being in your space, I do think that for some of you are dealing with somebody who is trying to offer you something, but there is definitely emotional attachment and investment with the Queen of Cups being the overall. Whether we're talking about you or the other person. This actually looks good. I mean, if you have the Knight of Cups coming through and they're bringing the Hierophant, this is, a serious, wanting to commit here. If we're talking about somebody new coming into your life, or it's the strengthening of an existing commitment. Either way, it looks good, but it's big. Now, as far as the Nine of Wands connected to the Six of Pentacles, there's a reason to be persistent on continuing to give to this situation. Because again, it's going right back to your overall happiness here. And with the clarifiers, you're willing to continue putting in the hard work, for sure, and willing to put in the effort. But with the Five of Swords, again, it's the question of, if I'm going to do this, you need to be willing to do this too. No more of the bullshit arguments, not wanting to be taken advantage of. But with the Star coming out on this, it is a healing of those issues. And I do think that you need to indulge in the beautiful, beautiful emotional abundance that's around you right now, which is perfect, Being more in tune with your own emotions, being a little bit more nurturing, maybe being a little bit more giving to people who may have been difficult before, who are looking to, make a stronger commitment to a relationship with you. Again, whether we're talking about family or, romantic relationships. I see this as a really good reading and I feel okay about it, Whatever difficulties you've been through, like I said, with the Star coming out, you're going to be good. And I love these. I love that you pull these. Miracle and eternal youth. Whatever miracle is coming your way is going to make you feel really good. Really, really good, especially with the Empress sitting there. Enjoy it. Enjoy it and indulge in the beauty and the abundance and the emotional fulfillment. It looks great. Now, as far as relationships go, for those of you who are single, chemistry and the Page of Wands, this to me is you coming across somebody, if I could talk,